I was standing in the middle of a crowded gala, holding a cheap glass of sparkling water, when I saw her. Michelle. She looked exactly the same as the day she walked out of my apartment 5 years ago. Perfect hair, expensive dress, and that same look of disappointment she used to give me every time I told her my startup idea was going to work. Back then, she told me I was a dreamer with no floor under my feet. She told me I was a failure who would never amount to anything. And now here she was, draped on the arm of a man who looked like he was carved out of granite. That man was Harris. He was tall, broad-shouldered, and wearing a crisp navy dress uniform with a chest full of medals. He was a Navy SEAL, the kind of guy people write movies about. When Michelle spotted me, her eyes didn't fill with nostalgia. They were filled with pity. She nudged Harris and walked straight toward me, a smug smile playing on her lips. Before we dive into how this night took a turn no one saw coming, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a story of justice and unexpected twists. "Daniel, is that really you?" Michelle said, her voice dripping with artificial sweetness. She didn't wait for an answer before she gestured to the room. "I'm surprised to see you at an event like this. Did you sneak in through the kitchen? Or are you just here to hand out business cards for another one of your revolutionary apps?" I felt the heat rise in my neck, but I kept my voice calm. "I'm just here as a guest, Michelle. Good to see you too." She laughed, a sharp, cold sound. "Daniel, please, let's be real. I left you because I knew you were going nowhere. And look at you, still wearing a suit that looks like it came from a clearance rack." Meanwhile, she leaned in, clutching Harris's muscular arm. "This is my fiancé, Harris. He's a commander. He actually does something that matters. He doesn't just sit in a garage failing at life." Harris looked at me, his eyes sharp and unreadable. He didn't say anything at first, just nodded. "Nice to meet you," I said, reaching out a hand. Harris shook it, his grip like a vice. Michelle wasn't done, though. She wanted to twist the knife. "You know, Daniel, I used to feel bad for leaving you, but seeing you here looking so ordinary, it just reminds me I made the right choice. Some people are born to lead, and some people are just failures. It's okay to be a failure, Daniel. Someone has to be." I looked at her, and for the first time in years, I didn't feel hurt. I felt nothing. "If that's how you feel, Michelle, I'm glad you're happy." She rolled her eyes. "Oh, stop with the nice guy act. It's pathetic. Come on, Harris, let's go talk to someone important. We don't want to be seen with the help." As they started to turn away, a hush fell over the room. The host of the gala, a retired 4-star general, stepped onto the stage. "Ladies and gentlemen," the general announced, "we are honored tonight to have the man whose technology saved an entire platoon during the extraction in the Middle East last year. Without his vision and his refusal to give up, many of our brothers wouldn't be home today." Michelle stopped in her tracks, looking toward the stage, probably expecting some billionaire tech mogul to walk up. "I'd like to invite Daniel Miller to the stage," the general said. The room erupted in applause. I started walking, and as I passed Michelle, her jaw literally dropped. Her face turned a ghostly shade of white. I stepped onto the stage, shook the general's hand, and looked out at the crowd. But then something happened that stopped the applause. Harris, the Navy SEAL, let go of Michelle's arm. He stepped forward into the aisle, stood at rigid attention, and snapped the sharpest, most respectful salute I had ever seen. "Sir," Harris called out, his voice echoing through the silent hall. "I was on that ground team. You saved my life. Thank you." The entire room gasped. Michelle looked like she wanted the floor to swallow her whole. The man she called a hero was saluting the man she called a failure. After the speech, I walked back down. Michelle tried to speak, her voice trembling. "Daniel, I didn't know. Why didn't you tell me? Because, I said quietly, you shouldn't have to know what I do to treat me like a human being. Harris stepped up, looked at Michelle with a newfound coldness, then looked at me with pure respect. You're a good man, Daniel. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I walked out of that gala into the cool night air, finally free of the weight I'd been carrying for 5 years. I wasn't a failure. I was exactly where I was supposed to be. If you enjoyed seeing a failure prove everyone wrong, give this video a thumbs up and comment justice down below. Would you like me to tell you more stories about unexpected underdog victories?